on their old Kentucky home in the Big Blue Nation, ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. And the Vols will put toe to leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. The Wildcats offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops the throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Reinbold. At the 35, he's up. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Tennessee's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Fighting off the defender. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
And they got him for the sack.
This This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack early in the game.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone, and it'll cost them 5 yards. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to keep moving. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football. That's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Running back goes in motion. On second down, looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Slips away. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. UMass overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Amherst, these Minutemen gotta be thrilled. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. You know their name, and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans.
The expressway is wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field.
And the quarterback is snowed under. They were trying to set up the screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush? Getting to the QB so quickly, you're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that. But, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
Wants to throw on second down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually see big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Wildcats will have it first and 10. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the right. Found his man and sifted in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. The Wildcats have pushed it inside the 20. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. Unleashes to the end zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this one.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On third down, going up top. Got his man downfield. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Smashes through. They're working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Makes his connection. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment, defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 3rd. Getting some heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback. Get him at the 46.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs can make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Gets it out quickly. Strikes the blow. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Reinbold. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. He'll just keep slinging it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Kentucky will bring it deep to get the second half underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I got to stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect it well.
Catch in the middle. It's Sparks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first.
And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here.
And the Heat gets it. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. He's got it on the right. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
They're going to throw it again. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Reinbold. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Vols will hustle to the line.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. He'll get rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete. Long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. A 3rd and long coming up here. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Coming after it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Unloads to the right. And he throws. Interception. His 3rd of the night. No room to return, but no problem. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true.